It's the summer of 1945. In a dimly lit office in Washington, D.C., black-suited men shuffle through stacks of dossiers labeled top secret. Outside, Berlin smolders, Nazi Germany's war machine shattered. But inside these walls, a fierce debate unfolds. Should America import the very scientists who engineered Hitler's rockets and chemical weapons? This isn't just history, it's a high-stakes moral puzzle that would shape the Cold War and your world in ways you never imagined. Peeling back the secrecy, you find a covert operation more unsettling than heroic. Beneath the patriotic veneer lurks a disquieting truth about the people America embraced. Wernher von Braun, the charismatic rocket genius who'd later fuel the U.S. space race, wasn't just a scientist. He was deeply entangled in Nazi atrocities. Alongside his team at Peenemünde, slave laborers toiled under brutal conditions building the V-2 rockets. Von Braun's charm masked this darker role, but Operation Paperclip smoothed over those stains, importing him and his team despite evidence implicating them in war crimes. Imagine America's government as a spider weaving a delicate web, each strand a scientist they pulled from defeated Germany. The recruitment was covert and complex, coded memos, altered records, families spirited away under false flags. Paperclip's architects knew these men were tainted, yet folded their histories into convincing covers to trap Cold War adversaries, prioritizing technology over truth. The result, America turbocharged its missile and space programs overnight. But this success came at a price few wanted to admit: moral complicity in the shadows. Paperclip scientists helped beat the Soviets to the moon, but the ghosts of their deeds lingered. This was progress-stained, raising the haunting question: what are you willing to overlook in the name of national security? Unmasking Paperclip reveals a tangled web of lies, espionage, and government deception. It's not just science, it's espionage theater on the highest stage. Take Dr. Hubertus Strughold, dubbed the father of space medicine. Officially cleared, his involvement in horrifying human experiments remained hidden for decades. Paperclip operatives manipulated Nuremberg trial documents, quietly erasing incriminating details to protect him and others. What looks like justice was often carefully staged theater, a sleight of hand in service of Cold War supremacy. The government's archival chess moves were ruthless: files vanished, careers erased, stories rewritten. Imagine an entire library of evil systematically edited with a scalpel. This wasn't mere bureaucracy, it was a deliberate effort to rewrite history's darkest chapters. In hiding the past, Paperclip engineered a new national narrative of heroism fueled partly by deceit. The scientists' families lived in whispered fear, adopting false names, moving to towns like Huntsville, Alabama under constant surveillance. Letters censored, phone calls monitored, their new American dream was a gilded cage. These personal sacrifices were hidden from public view, a reminder that Paperclip's fallout wasn't just political but deeply human. Paperclip's legacy is a razor's edge, cutting between dazzling technological triumph and moral bankruptcy. How do you weigh rocket science against soul science? The Apollo missions that captivated millions owed their liftoff to Paperclip scientists, many of whom escaped justice. Von Braun's rockets launched America's astronauts to the moon, turning former Nazis into national heroes overnight. The Cold War prize was undeniable: beating the Soviets into space, technology as a weapon, and a taste of American glory wrapped in moral compromise. Publicly, these scientists were celebrated as pioneers of progress. Behind closed doors, their criminal pasts were buried deep in classified vaults. This dual narrative created tension that still haunts how we view technological innovation. Are great achievements tainted if built on dark deeds? America's Cold War story became both a triumph and a ghost story. Today, Paperclip's saga is a stark lesson for science and ethics. When national security overrides morality, lines blur dangerously. The book urges us to confront uncomfortable truths and ask, can we hold innovation accountable without sacrificing progress? The future depends on wrestling with this paradox, reminding you that secrecy often breeds shadows darker than war. Remember that summer day in 1945 with secrets piled as high as the burning ruins outside? Operation Paperclip didn't just rewrite history, it forces us to rethink what victory really costs. Next time you marvel at a scientific breakthrough, ask yourself, what shadows lurk behind the spotlight? Try this: challenge one hidden narrative today. You might just change how you see progress. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.